Hi everyone. Thank you for reviewing this slideshow training. This is the annual requirement for all Cubston employees and substitutes. During this video, you will receive a quick overview of your responsibilities as a mandated reporter and a teacher in the Cubston. Abuse can come in the form of child maltreatment, physical abuse, sexual abuse, commercial sexual exploitation of children, child neglect, or emotional abuse. It is important to note that while we may feel that Cubston is a safe community, the statistics show that 1 out of 4 girls and 1 out of 5 boys will experience some type of sexual assault by the age of 18. Most of these types of assaults come from people they know, not strangers. You, as a Cubston employee, are a mandated reporter. This means that you are required by law to report any reasonable suspicion of child abuse to DFACS. Please note that this also includes any volunteers who are working directly with the children. Please take a moment and review some of the mandated reporters below. So what should you do? You should always report reasonable suspicion of any type. Remember that you will be given immunity from civil or criminal liability if the report is made in good faith. If you do not report, you will be guilty of a misdemeanor. If you suspect abuse, or if the child reports abuse to you, do not assume that you know what happened. Listen and report. You must report anything to the Cubston director as soon as possible. Mandated reporters are expected to report within 24 hours. If the director is unavailable, please contact one of the division counselors listed on this slide. They will assist you in making the report. If a child is disclosing to you, it shows that you are a safe space. It is important that you are listening more than talking. When working with young children and toddlers, you may need to ask some clarifying questions to understand what the child is reporting to you. However, it is not your job to investigate. You may not contact the child's parents under any circumstances. Do not promise not to tell anyone. If the child is in danger, you are required by law to report it, so telling them that you will not tell anyone is dishonest and unethical. You may not decide on your own not to report. You must consult with a director or a counselor to determine if something needs to be reported. They can help guide you. You may not, under any circumstances, discuss the situation with other students or adults outside of the director and a counselor. If they feel others need to know, they will handle the communication. Confidentiality. Upholding confidentiality is extremely important when working in Cubston. You are protecting the child's privacy as well as the faculty members. Discussing issues regarding Cubston or a child's personal issues with parents outside of their family can create dissension among faculty members and break the trust between teacher and parents. Anything you learn about a child at school is considered confidential. Confidentiality is defined as need to know. Typically, the only people who have a need to know are the child's parents, teachers, and director. Other than that, you should assume anyone else does not have a need to know unless explicitly given permission to share. Information about a child should only be discussed with that child's parent, the other teacher in the room, or the director, which includes the following: discussing one child with another child's parent, disclosing information about a troubled child or a behavior problem in the classroom to someone other than the child's parent, disclosing incidents that do not involve the faculty member's child, or disclosing the name of the child who hit, bit, or offended the other. Please refer to that child as a friend and not directly by name. If they want to know the name, they can ask their child at home. Confidentiality is not only about what you share, but it's also about where you share it. Always be mindful of the space where you are talking. If you need to have a private conversation, close the door and find a quiet place to talk. Always avoid having delicate conversations in public places like hallways, stairwells, and parking lots where others may overhear you and possibly misinterpret the information or hear information that they are not privy to. Let's remember that serving children is a privilege, and it's important to respect the privacy and sensitive information about each child as such. Only share with those who are privileged to know the information. If you are unsure that a person is a need-to-know person, ask yourself the question, does this person need this information to directly affect this child's overall learning, safety, or well-being? If the answer is no, don't share it with that person. And when in doubt, leave it out. Thank you for taking the time to watch this training. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact me directly. Thanks.